Ooh, it's got from Wessex Bleeds. This is the sort of next part to the walk through how I make a leather sheath for that Doberman oak handled knife. I'm also at the stage of finishing off a previous thing, so I'll show you what I'm up to at the moment. I'm down here on the bench. If the thing locks off, I've got the blank I had from Dell, partnered up with a triple fret as a sheath. So I've done this one in black, a real Batman thing. The type of treatment that I'm using for the leather is it's a one-shot deal thing. Okay, there's many. There's proprietary coats. There's the colour, and there's over sort of like protection film things. I'm using one that's like a pro coat, so you give it 2 coats, and then you actually rub the shine onto it. So at the moment, if I work on the bottom there with my hastily prepared cloth, which I can't find, multi-use. So what you do now, when it's dried for a day or two, is you rub the finish on it. A tiny little bit will come off on the cloth, and what you should see is there. Okay, not rubbed, rubbed. So I'll come back when I've done that little stage, and I'll show you what I'm doing on the actual sheath I'm supposed to be showing you anyway. Okay, welcome back. So there it is, il completo. Yes, Mr. Wayne, it does come in black. So now I got the sheet back because they dry up out of the way. Next stages involve things that are wet or things that are coloured, which take time to dry. So if I wet mould this, and if I colour the inside of that, I can get on with marking out the holes, grooving and making holes and stitching of that this afternoon when that's dry. That'll be dry long before the wet moulding of that will be dry. So if I do the next things now, where are we at? I've got some Pro Coat in brown. I need, what it says, it's had vinyl gloves. Yep, because this stuff takes ages to get off your fingers. And the time before, you can't get your fingers through the fingers because they folded over and you took them off. That's a pain in the backside, it really is. There's that one. It's all time, it's all cost. Sort of vague insight as to how long these little silly stages actually take. Baby. Okay, so what on earth's that? It's what they call a dauber, D-A-U-B-E-R. It's a little sheep on the end of a wiry stick. Okay, and these are the right sort of thing to apply your colour. Some people might want to treat this first, some people might want to wet it first. I just go for it. So, got my Pro Coat, which is sort of, you use 2 coats of this, and then you, as I said before, and you buff it to a shine. So where all the leather word goes, go, oh dear, he's doing it wrong. Probably. So you sort of work it in. I like going like that and getting and trying to not have big swirls in it. Just even it up. that works it in. That just evens the swirl effect. Try and get as much in there as you can, because what I find is a bit like using permanent marker on a blade and you want to mark out your center line. You put one coat of pen on, it's not quite enough. You put another coat of pen on, and all you end up doing is successfully rubbing off most of the first coat. That sort of effect happens if you get to a point where it's almost dry, and then you get the next coat in. So if you get the next coat in when it's sort of wet, you don't end up almost rubbing away what you've just done. There we go. So, lid on that. I'm going to wash it.